Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to Wildflower Bowl's YouTube channel. I'm Louise. It's Monday. It's cast on day. You all were voting for yarn. So exciting. So, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the two color choices you were voting for, the project that's coming up this week, and talk about my projects that I have been knitting on the last couple of weeks. We can just kind of see them back here on the whiteboard. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Of course, there's the 2-week sweater knitting challenge going on from now until February 14th if you want to join in there. The month-long sweater knitting challenge is going on over on the Fiber Friends podcast, and their Sock Madness sign up. And we did a crochet chat yesterday, and there's another one coming up in March. So we've got all kinds of fun things to talk about. So let's talk about the voting. The voting, of course, was up today here on YouTube, Wildflower Will's Facebook page, and Wildflower Will's Instagram in the feed and in the stories. So there's lots of places you can vote, and you can vote all the places if there's something that you really, 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 really want to win and you want to kind of lean things in your favor, you can go all the places and vote. So what I picked, this is new yarn, you guys. This is not stash yarn. I think everything so far that I've been knitting on this year, yeah, I think so. Everything's been stash, but this is new stuff. All of these and a couple more came from the Thoughtful Artisan. So Cascade 220 is what all of this yarn is. So I've got a green and a gray. I think this was your left option, and two blues. This was your right option. So Cascade 220. This is like a great yarn. It's worsted weight. Hello, everybody. Oh, Jen says, I love Cascade 220. I know. It's just a great yarn to have, isn't it? Hi, Carol. Hi, Donna. Hello. And I see Nikki and Nancy and Liz, Alice, Diane. Hi, Diane. Are you back home? Or you must be back home. It's Monday. Are you back or are you still vacationing? So this yarn, I know it's 100% wool. What's all the details on here? So this one here is Cascade 220 Heather. I'm not sure if all of them are. The green is definitely a heather. And then the two blues are all heathers. Apparently, I kind of like that little bit of I don't know, a heathered look, I guess. I was going to say tonal, but it's slightly tonal. I guess heathered is the word for it, isn't it? So what is all of the info on the ball bands? Let's see. I know it's 100% wool. It's not superwash. Cascade 220 does have a superwash, but I did not want that. It's a worsted weight, 100 grams, 220 yards, hence Cascade 220. 100% Peruvian Highland wool. It's saying a needle size, a US 7 to an 8, which is a 4.5 to a 5 millimeter needle. Hand wash. All the usual things. Susanna, I saw you on Friday and Sunday. I know, you guys, this is like Jocelyn and I were chatting Friday night to kick off the sweater knitting challenge. Cheryl and I podcasted on the Fiber Friends Saturday. I did a Zoom call with some lovely ladies for the crochet challenge we're doing on Sunday, and I'm here live tonight. So I'm feeling like I'm living here on YouTube, but it is so much fun chatting with all of you. Okay, so Cascade 220, yeah, it's really nice. I don't know I mean, some people, if you find wool itchy, you may find this a little picky. I mean, it is 100% wool, but honestly, I don't find it picky at all. But, oh, Suzanne, you forgot Sunday. I know. I was just like, it's been a fun last 4 days. I'm telling you, it's been great. So these are the colors. I just grabbed these. I literally, when I was at the Thoughtful Artisan teaching a month ago, I came home with a few colors, thinking color work projects, either stranded, feral, mosaic. I didn't really know. I just wanted to kind of pick up some colors. And I have two other balls. I think I have another shade of blue. and possibly another shade of gray, I think. Anyways, these are the ones that I just grabbed this morning because I thought these blues would look nice together. Thought this would look nice together. So there was a lot of votes. We had 115 votes today, and there was a lot. There was a lot of people were split. Some people were like green, 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 always green. Others were like blue all the way. So I guess it just depends on what your favorite color is. There was some talk that the blues would be have a little bit more contrast, which is probably correct because light blue, dark blue, definitely lots of nice contrast there. This here is maybe a little more muted, earthy tones. But I think it would look nice together as well. Just a little bit different look, not quite as bright as this. So that was one consideration as well. And yes, Diane said, I think it was Susanna who said she's like, put all four of them together and they would look all nice together. If this was a sweater or a shawl, I mean, a hat, anything, all four would look great together. But I'm going to split them up for this project because the cowl project that I'm doing is only two colors. It's a brioche cowl. Oh, Donna, Cascade 220 is what you're doing your sweater challenge sweater in. Lovely. Can't go wrong with that. Ooh, you're doing worsted weight sweater. Are you doing the 2 weeks or is this the month-long challenge? So fun. Oh, hey, Wendy. Let's see. So yeah, there's lots of, there's always people that are saying, go for the bright colors because right now it is like the coldest, snowiest, iciest part of the winter. So people are saying, go bright. I mean, this could kind of look springy with the green, but a lot of people are like, no, we need brighter colors, funner colors. Go with the blue. So out of the 115 votes, the winning color combination ended up with 61% of the votes. So it wasn't quite as one-sided as last week's vote. So this was still, 61%. I was kind of thinking, that's still there's a lot of people for both colors because really, I think either one would look gorgeous. So let me tell you right now, the one that I'm casting on, gonna find my yarn, I find my needle, wind some yarn tonight. The color selection that I'm casting on tonight is blues. I was just thinking one of these times, I have never done it, but I have a feeling one of these times I'm gonna go like blue and I'm gonna like show the wrong one and then be like, oh no, sorry, that's not the right one. Anyways, it is blue. So these guys are gonna go back into stash. These will now become stash. These ones I'm going to wind up. So I'm pretty excited about these. And it's crazy on the if you look on like the yarn shop, if you go to the Thoughtful Artisan, she has all of these listed online and they tell you the color, but there's no color on the tag, and I can't remember all of the colors, but these will look pretty together. For sure, these will look nice. So this is going to be a cowl project, simple brioche project, and just one wrap around. So we're going for about 9 inches high and 21 inches maybe around. Just one pullover, something that's going to be kind of nice and snug. Mary says, what pattern am I doing? It has no name, Mary, but it is. I am re-knitting this one right here. This one. Just a simple. So what am I don't know if I got my measurements right, but it's gonna be about this. This one's actually a little taller than oh, well, it'll be fine. Whatever the height is. Um, oh, deep sea and Arctic. That's I like that. Deep sea, and that definitely looks kind of Arctic, like an iceberg feel to it, doesn't it? So anyways, this one here, this is a pattern that I use to teach brioche because it is just simple increases and decreases that give you that pattern. And I have another one where this is just done, the pattern is just done as a panel. So when people are learning, they can just do the increases and decreases on one section, and then just on the rest of the cowl, just do plain brioche. Just depending on what their comfort level is once we get through the class, if they're feeling like they want to be adventurous and put the increases and decreases in, then they have that option to do that. So that is what I am doing. Just looking at this and thinking about, anyways, yeah. Anyways, that's what it's going to be. It's a really fun project. It's very easy, and it's a good learning beginner brioche project. So it's going to be in the blues, which I think will look lovely. So thank you for helping me pick my yarn for this week's project, everybody. Let's see. I'm just gonna take a look in. Oh, a couple people asked what the pattern will be. So I don't have a name for that. Learn to knit brioche cowl is what it is. Well, that doesn't sound very exciting, does it? Did you say the designer? The designer is me, Nancy. It is just one that I made up. So yeah, so this is it. I'm excited. I'm just gonna cast on a 16-inch needle and just go round and round. Easy peasy, easy peasy. Which is also good knitting in the round for brioche class, because the trickiest part of brioche in the round is that end stitch. So that's it's a good learning lesson right there. So that's what I'm doing. So that is going to be this week's project. It could potentially be done for next Monday. It could potentially be half done for next Monday. We'll see. I'm hoping maybe to be finished. That would be my goal, but we'll see. Okay, so let's do a little review. I know you can't quite see the whiteboard just the way, I don't know, you probably can't see it anyways because it's kind of printed tiny. But I just bear with me because I have to say this because it's finished. Number 1 project is finished, the snow globe hat. Number 2 project was the lava flow cowl. It is this close to being finished, you guys. I was hoping it would be done, but I had I had a maintenance issue here. I had life got in the way with my knitting this morning. I was going to graft this together and that didn't happen. But anyways, that's okay. I have got, look at this. I took out my provisional cast on that I did. Nope, this one. This was the one. This was my start. I took out the provisional cast on. I picked up the stitches. So I am set to graft this. 2 sets of live stitches. I've got a darning needle here ready to go. I used all of this Patton's Classic Wool Superwash DK Gold colorway. I had that little bit of a ball left. Was it Saturday? Okay, well, what in the, oh, am I attached here? No, I'm not. I have I have this. I started, anyways, I didn't have enough. I was gonna try to do one more row, but it was taking up too much yarn and I was gonna run out. So I unknit part of a row, and this is what I've got left to Kitchener stitch with. So I am going to graft this together in ribbing, and it'll be done. And it should be long enough that I can double it. I don't know if I can try this on with needles and not poke myself. That was close. Okay, so look at that. I think that'll be perfect, and it'll probably stretch a little bit as you're wearing it, as I'm wearing it, right? Things always stretch a bit. Okay, it's kinda hard to style this appropriately when you have 2 straight needles stuck in your work, but there. I hope this'll look alright. I don't know. I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to wear it. We're supposed to get more snow. I'm not sure if it's either this weekend or next week. So, okay. Anyways, you get the idea, right? Um, we'll see. I'm gonna graft it together just because I did do the provisional cast on, but I really think it would also look really nice just like this. So I think this is going to be one that I knit multiple times. I think I'm going to do this and have a little bit more yarn so I can do it longer and wrap it because I really, really like this. This was a happy accident pattern that turned out really, really nice. So I think I'm going to make a bunch more of these because I really like this texture, this cable. Mary, oh, I like yours better than the original one. Well, thanks, Mary. That's what I mean about a happy accident, right? Because I kind of misread the pattern. I just kind of like zipped through the pattern. I'm like, oh, I know what that means. And just started knitting. And then it wasn't until Mary messaged me, she's like, yours doesn't look anything like mine. And I went back and I looked and I'm like, you're right. I ended up doing the cables. It was supposed to be every 21 rows, and I did it every, like, 11th row. I knit 10 and I cabled. I knit 10 and I cabled. But I really, really like it, and I would definitely do it again like this. So I'm gonna graft this tonight. That is my plan after we're done chatting, get settled in, find something else to watch on Netflix, and graft this together. And then it will have a check mark as well. So what's my third project? Was the socks. Where's Wendy? I saw Wendy in the chat. Wendy, you were wanting to know how this mystery pink yarn was going to knit up. I have a little bit. I have enough done that I can show you. So this is the mystery yarn. I still haven't taken time to look to see if this is on Timber Yarn's website or message Heather and just say, "Hey, is this yours?" Because I don't that might if she says no, we'll be like, "Oops, sorry." But it's really, really nice. So I've got my cuff done. I think it's done. I haven't measured. I've just been knitting, but there's a start. And you guys, I love this. So I would really, really like to know what it is because this might even be a colorway I would buy again. It has the hot pink, it has the light pink, it has the orange in there. It is lovely. So I'm knitting this on a 2 millimeter needle. 64 stitches, 2 by 2 ribbing. This is just gonna be my standard vanilla cuff down sock with a heel flap and gusset. Isn't that fantastic? And yes, my Valentine socks that will I have them done in time for Valentine's Day? Who knows? Maybe. But I'll have fun knitting them during Valentine's Day month. That's for sure. So anyways, I'm loving this. I do have to measure it. I'm probably not quite at 2 inches. Need to go probably a little bit farther, and then I'll just switch and stockinette until I get down to the heel flap. So it's gorgeous. So I'm thinking I think this is like the pattern repeat because I've got the hot pink. Well, no, there's hot pink, orange, hot pink, maybe hot pink, orange, hot pink. That might be it with just the light color in between. So anyways, this is it. I will keep working. Did I knit the hood? No, Nancy. No. It was one of the whips that I carried over from last year. I carried over 3, and I think that's all I'm gonna do. I still have all of last year's that I haven't actually pulled out yet, but I don't know. And I might not. I might still keep some well, I might because there's a shawl. I found a shawl, a Noro shawl that I had started. It was a crescent-shaped shawl, and I'm like, I would still like to knit that. So maybe some of them will stick around for this year, and I'll see if I can get them in and, do a little bit of work on them. Crochet. Do I wanna do crochet? Okay, no, I'm gonna wait hold crochet for a minute or 2. Let's talk about the sweater challenge, the 2-week sweater challenge. Okay, I don't have a whole lot to show you, but I'm started, and um, I'm not panicking on this because this is gonna be I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna knit a bunch on this tonight, and, but I have a collar done. I have a collar done. This is gonna knit up so fast that I am not stressing about this at all. You can feel free to tell me, say I told you so in a week or 2 if I'm panicking trying to get the sleeves done. There'll be yeah, I can just hear it now. There'll be some comments of like, "Louise, you should have not have been so relaxed at the beginning. You should have got jumped right on it and got going." But this again, some random mystery yarn that I picked up because I don't know, I thought it was pretty. So I'm pretty sure it's just 100% acrylic. It's a gray with a really nice blue tweed in there. It just looks very fun. It'll be a number 6 super bulky. I am knitting it gonna be on a size 9. I have got I went with an 8 millimeter and I did the collar. I've increased, and there is if you look super, 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 super close, there's maybe 2 I think there's 2 rows. Yes. I have to look really close. There's 2 rows of stockinette in there, and, I am set now to change to my larger needle. I I don't know. We're gonna see. We'll see. I'm kind of I'm gonna keep trying it on as I'm knitting it. This is going to be a working gauge swatch. Now, I did get gauge with the 9 millimeter needle, so we'll see. I'm just gonna knit and try on as I go, and we'll see. I'm not 100% sure if the sizing is gonna be right on this, but if it's not, I will just pull it back and restart. So, I will find that out hopefully by tomorrow night, and if I have to restart, I will restart. If I get lucky and can continue on, that would be a bonus. So I've got a 9 millimeter needle here. This is gonna knit up really, really quick. Carol, Thursday, I will bring it and we'll see how far I am, and I'll try it on and we'll see. Liz, do you have no confidence? Liz says, "Start panicking now, Louise. Those days are gonna fly by." I know. No, I don't wanna panic. I wanna stay in calm, relaxed mode. I can do this. Nikki says, "Oh, I'm holding Holst um, ties. Oh, and the alpaca yarns together. Oh, it feels like a fingering, but still maybe a sport. And I'm making the turtle dove cardigan. That's right. It's a DK. Yes. So I hope it blooms and the fabric is still nice. It will. I think it will. The Holst is always nice. Hi, Lynn. Hi, all. I've been watching on my TV, so couldn't say hello until I put you on my phone. Hi, Lynn. Happy Monday. Um, oh, you're halfway done the yolk? Okay, so you'll be able to try it on soon too and get an idea, right? Yeah. I'm not panicking because my yarn is so big, 9 millimeter needles, you guys. It's gonna knit so fast. The only thing that will cause me to panic a little bit is if I have to pull it out and start it again. But um, that's okay. I'm fine with that. Okay, what else? So the sweater, the cowl, the socks, the crochet squares. We had a great chat yesterday. I think there was 17 of us that did a Zoom call. There's a group of about 30 of us who are doing the crochet squares or some kind of type of crochet challenge. So I am way behind on my crocheted squares, but I did manage to get one more done last night. It was so fun yesterday. We did a Zoom call and about half of us joined because we're never going to get a time where we can get everybody together. But there was about half of us, and it was so fun to see everybody's progress. Some people are um, just like zooming along and have got piles and piles of squares. I think about Diane when I say that. Nikki is working on two different blankets, so she has got a ton of squares. Cheryl has lots. Wanda had a lot. Jude, oh my goodness, she was working on a couple projects. Hers are all in shades of green, which looks so fantastic. I mean, everybody. Tanya had a lot. I mean, I don't. I don't. If I miss your name, it's not. I don't want to. I don't. I can't remember everybody, but everybody did an amazing job. Dawn, Diane, we heard that you got your temperature squares finished, so that's super exciting. Diane popped in to say hello as she was poolside on vacation, so that was nice for all of us who are in the, like, coldness of winter and snowing on and off. It was really nice to see people in shorts and T-shirts and the water. It's just like gives you hope that winter is going to be gone soon. Susanna, oh my gosh, Susanna, yes. So Susanna didn't have a mic and Diane didn't have a microphone, but Susanna showed us all of her squares. Beautiful colors. Beautiful colors. Yes, absolutely. Um, Liz, yes, so Liz, you have been it's oh, so the new yarn you picked, it didn't work either? You had so I saw Liz had posted in the Fiber Friends group, the Facebook group, saying that your Manos yarn that you ordered, you weren't gonna like it for the sweater, so you pulled out some other stash yarn. But you said your second attempt didn't work either, so you're back to the drawing board? Well, that's okay. Better to just try it, right? Cast on, try it. If you don't like it, stop and start again, right? Mary, I've tried to check out the Sock Madness, but I must be too late. No, you're not. The Sock Madness registration is open until the end of the day on the 14th. So if you go to the Sock Madness group on Ravelry, if you look in the comments, I think it is SM19 because this is season 19 information. If you click on that and I don't know, third post down or something, after all of the sock requirements, then there's one where they say it's dated January 31st that they're opening up registration, and there's a link there. Click on that, and it opens up a Google Doc, and then you can just fill it in and you submit it. So take a look again. You're gonna join. That's so exciting, Mary. Hi, Sherry. Sherry, I've already done all my February Mystery Jurassic Park yarn squares done and added. You've done February? This is like February 3rd, Sherry. February. I haven't done my January ones, and you've got February done already? Holy moly, woman. That's amazing. That's exciting. Liz, it's been 54 here today. Okay, that's cold, right? Susanna, -24. It wasn't that. It was actually, even though I'm saying it's cold because it's going back and forth, it gets down really cold at night and freezes everything. This morning, it was actually above zero, and it's actually was no wind today. I mean, it was still cold, but not crazy, crazy cold. But it keeps freezing, which I would rather it just stay cold. So tomorrow morning, everything's going to be all ice again. Of all my clients that I saw today, two of them had falls over the weekend. Nothing hurt, like broken, but just, sore from falling. Yikesies. Anyways, Jude, you finally cast on your 2-week sweater. Gauge is off, so it's going to come up small, but you're not ripping. Well, it'll fit somebody, right? Can you just change your needle size? Can you go up a needle size and just carry on? Let's see. Okay, so I know Jude. Oh, some of us tried to be ahead for this month so we could focus on other things, not cheating, organized. Oh, exactly, Jude. Not cheating. No, no, no. Organized, yes. Well, it is sweater knitting month and it is sock madness month. I mean, I should have done the same thing, but I didn't. So I'm just going to enjoy a fiber-filled February. Oh, that should be a thing. Fiber-filled February. Yes. Socks, crochet, sweaters. I'm up for anything to get through this winter and get into springtime. Liz, the Manos was in your stash. Okay, well, that's good. So at least you didn't order it and then not like it. Okay, that's good. All of your yarn has been from stash, but the yarn I'm using now is second yarn. Oh, on the Autumn League sweater. Okay. All right. Well, fingers crossed. Third time's the charm, right? This should be hopefully good. Okay, you guys, I have two crochet squares. So yeah, so we had a lovely chat yesterday with the crocheters. Our next crochet chat is going to be March the 8th. It's a Saturday afternoon. I think it's 1 o'clock. Don't quote me on that. Now that hold on. Where's my phone? We picked the date. So we couldn't do the first weekend of March because I am not going to be around and I'm going to have a toddler with me all weekend. So that would not work well for um doing the crochet check-in. So we upped it to the next weekend. I'm sure it's Saturday, March the 8th. So if you are one of the crocheters and you want to mark that down, yes, Saturday, March the 8th, 1 p.m. my time, which will be 12 noon Manitoba time. So 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, March the 8th. Yeah, so anyways, crochets, crochets, crochets. So I showed this one. Now, I did some major like yanking on this square after we were done. I was like blocking it by just straightening it out, giving it a couple good tugs, and I'm like, "Huh, it actually looks better now that I just really forcefully manhandled it and kind of stretched it all out and so that's not too bad. This is like the really holy one that Dawn did not like. We had an interesting conversation about some people who liked the more solid squares. Some people didn't like these really open holes, but I think they're kind of fun. Anyways, this was square 9. My centers, what I found was that the centers, like where the beginning and the ending of the rounds, that's where mine were getting all wonky, and, like, there's this big lump here, but that's okay. It'll be fine. It just looks a little wonky, but that's okay. Um, but look at that. I did it, and I think for the most part, I think this one's right. It was just not quite, the edges are a little wonky, but everybody tells me that once they're all joined together, they'll all just even out lovely. So this was day 9. After we chatted yesterday afternoon, I think in the evening, I did day 10. And Nikki, as soon as I saw this, I'm like, hey, wait a second. I know this square because this is the square. I think that was you, Nikki, that was holding it up, wasn't it? That has these thingies. They're like 3D, is that what I wanna say? They have the anyways, this is square 10, and so I started it, and the center was a little wonky, I don't know, I did something, so I I was short stitches. That's it. I was getting around here about the 3rd round, and I didn't have enough stitches, so I just pulled it all out. I started again, and I got it. I figured it out. So, I'm pretty impressed with this one. It was fun to do. I liked doing these edges, like the dark pink edge. That was fun to do, and these fancy, like, spoked stitches, that was kind of that was a lot of fun. So, I'm excited. Day 10, I like this one. I like this one, and look at my center, and I think I figured out what I was doing when I was starting and ending the round. And this one I think is my best one yet. So I can definitely see progress over 10 squares. So by the time I get to 100, 200, 300, oh my gosh, I'm going to be a master crocheter by the time this is all done, you guys. I am so excited. Now, obviously I did not take time to weave in all my ends. I started to crochet over my ends because we talked about that yesterday. On my first attempt, I was crocheting over my ends, and then on this one, I was focusing so hard on what I was supposed to be doing, I forgot to carry the tail and, like, crochet it in, so I will figure that out. I'll try that on tonight's square, but I am very, very happy with that. Oh, Nancy, you like the center. I am super happy with the center now. Oh, Jude. Oh, I have now done all the stitches that are in the cabled square from the other pattern I was doing. My square looks fabulous. Thank you. Thank you. I am really happy. Nikki, what is thank you, Nikki. She says, beautiful. Great job, Louise. I just did one yesterday. I know it's even more open than this one, but I altered it to make it solid. Think it was day 30 or 31. DM me if anybody if wants direction. All right, thanks, Nikki. Hi, Diane. Okay. Oh, Mary says, I'm just about finished with a bulky beginner brioche cowl. I started this morning. Okay, so are you telling me that I should have my cowl done for next week? Okay, so look at this. Mary is crochet or knitting, crocheting as well. All of my new Start Monday projects, and she is getting them done way faster than I am. So, Mary, I'm going to try to catch up to you with my own projects. Okay. So, you guys, that is it. That is what I have been working on this week. A little bit on my sock, a little bit on the sweater, finish the cowl. I'm really trying to focus on my whiteboard and kind of go project by project by project and get some finishes, get some more starts, get some finishes, and just kind of keep them all going kind of going in order. So the sweater is the next priority to get it going. The sock is just going to kind of be when I want to take a break or I just want to play and knit around with some really fun, pretty sock yarn. Um, oh, Mary says it's bulky and ugly. Why is it ugly? What colors did you do? Did you do two colors? You said it was brioche, right? Okay. Anyways, how is everybody else's sweaters coming along for the sweater challenge month? So Liz, we know Liz is still working on her yarn. Carol, I know you already knit your sweater and you're moving on to doing a color work, like an online course, right? So that's going to be really exciting for you. Diane, you were doing your shawl-y thing with the sleeves. I don't know what the name of that is. Everybody will know the pattern. You know the big, long scarf that you put the sleeves in, and then you, like, wrap it around, and it comes back around, and then you have another sleeve, and you just wear it, and it looks so cozy? Diane is knitting one of those. What else? Oh, hey, Susie. It's spring here. Oh, it's been in the 60s this last week. Well, that's right. Yes. but you're south. It's supposed to be spring there, right? Yes, sadly, it is not supposed to be spring quite yet for us, like, for another 3 months. But it's coming. It's coming. It's February. Well, no, February, March, 2 months. 2 months. April can start to be spring. Mary, oh, it was leftover green and red. I thought oh, what? I thought I would call it oh, Field of Roses, but no. Okay, I think that's maybe just your opinion. I'm sure it is lovely. Diane said, "Need to do the last sleeve. Sunset Meadow Wrap," I think it's called. Oh my gosh, Sunset Meadow Wrap. Like, does that not just instantly give you a picture that you need that wrap? Because it is just going to make everything wonderful. Like, don't you just picture, the flowers, the meadow, a sunset in a meadow filled with flowers, the wind in your hair, and you're wrapped in this cozy shawl. Like, I mean, good naming of the pattern. I like that. It just makes everybody you just think you need to have that, right? Oh, Donna, you're almost done the collar on your cardigan. Fantastic. Fantastic. Good job. Okay, so sock madness. So sounds like everybody's kind of working on their sweaters, figuring out the yarn, getting cast on, getting a good start. So that's perfect. Everybody's sounds like they're on track. Oh, Donna, you just started yesterday. Long way to go. That's okay. You're started. Getting started is always the hardest part, I find. Finding the needle, getting the gauge, just getting started and making sure you're thinking everything looks like it's going to fit. Once you get over that little bit, then it's like, well, I want to say clear sailing, hopefully, right? But then you can just sit and you can knit. Hi, Jen. Jen says, I hope to split for the sleeves tonight. I blocked the yoke yesterday for gauge and a fit check. Good. So if you're moving on to sleeves, that must mean everything blocked out correctly. It fits nice and you're zooming along. What pattern were you doing again, Jen? I know you said it, but I think it was one that I wasn't familiar with. Anyway, that's exciting. What else? Sock madness. So Jen, have you started doing the warm-up socks? Has anybody else registered for sock madness? Is anybody thinking about it? Anybody on the fence about it? Anybody have any questions about it? Anybody just gonna sit there and watch all the craziness happen from the sidelines as they knit their sweater? Oh, Jen says, "Oh, that's right, the poetry." See? Poetry pullover. I still wanna say poultry. Poetry. I saw one of those Facebook memes, and that's why I keep thinking about the poultry poetry thing. One of the Facebook memes, and all of the words were misspelled, but it said as long as what the first and the last letter are correct, you can your brain just figures it out, right? One of those crazy things you just kind of yeah, you see the first yeah, what the first and last letter, poultry, P-N-Y, poetry. Anyways, this is probably just me. Lynn, oh, what are the warm-up socks? You know what? I have not even looked at the warm-up socks. I signed up yesterday afternoon. I want to do that now. So they released the pattern, and I think what if you Jen, it didn't have to be emailed to you, did it? If you go into that same thread, the Sock Madness 19 information, I think there was a link there for the pattern. So it is just to kind of get people in the mood because there's 2 weeks, 1st to the 14th, where people are signing up. They are like registering people, like doing all the whatever they do. And they're getting people signed up and sending out emails that they've got your registration. And so it just gives people something to knit while they're waiting for the first pattern to come out. There's a great community. Even if you're not gonna knit the socks, you can just go check out the Ravelry group, Sock Madness Forever. There is like, you can't keep up with all of all of the chats in the threads. Even once the knitting starts, like the competition knitting, like, you'll wake up in the morning, and there could be 300 new comments from your team, and or, just, like, there's general threads, there's team comments, it's hard to keep up with them all, or people asking questions about the pattern. But it's a good community, like, it's just kinda gets everybody hyped up about it, everybody's excited, everybody can chat, you can post pictures of your socks as you're knitting them, and everybody oohs and ahs, and they've done a really good job at community building with this group. Oh, okay, yes, so it's a Google Doc download in the information page. Okay, is that the pattern? Diane says buying energy drinks to stay awake. That might be a good idea for Sock Madness. Oh, okay. So Diane, did you buy that blue and white one? Did you buy the pattern for that? If you guys didn't see in the Fiber Friends group, can I find it? Probably not. Facebook is, it's like once you see a post, you like never ever see it again, do you? Let me see if I can find Fiber Friends. And Diane, that was you that posted that, right? Anyways, it was stunning. Oh my goodness, I cannot type. Let me see. This one. Hmm. Look at that. It is, I don't know. Look at that, you guys. This looks like madness level blanket knitting. Or is it crochet? Is it crocheted? Is it crocheted or is it knit? I didn't even look that far. I was kind of assuming it was crocheted because we're doing crocheted blankets, but I'm not sure. Anyways, oh, oh yeah, what is it? Freeland? Freeland by Janice Hope. I know, isn't it beautiful? So you bought the pattern? Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Oh, Lynn says, "You could never do it, but I love watching it." That's good. Hey, Patty, how are you? Happy Monday. La la la, can't hear you. Really can't do madness this year, but I want to. I know, dude. I don't know. Always get so excited about it. And then this year, I'm like, oh, I've had that goal to like try to get, I definitely want to qualify. And then I would love to qualify with the round one sock pattern. I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm looking at my work schedule and I have got 5 full days of training and I have got like a really heavy workload so I don't know. We'll see. We will see what happens, but I'm going to give it a good try and what happens happens. That's all you can do, right? Oh, it is. Oh, isn't it, Diane? Oh, that is a game changer because I was going to be like if that's crocheted. I assumed it was crochet, but just now when I blew up the pattern, I'm like, I think that's knit. Um, ooh, I may revisit that once once I get kicked out of Sock Madness. I may go back to that blanket because that is fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, Patty, I know it's been forever. How are you doing? I'm so happy that you're chatting in here and you're joining us tonight. Oh, I can't wait to start, but will force myself to slow. I know that's the problem, right? And blankets. It's like it's bad enough when you wanna, like, start all the sock patterns, but when you wanna do blankets, those are huge. Yeah, that's a commitment. But, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you found that pattern. Thank you for sharing it in the Facebook group because I think that's gonna inspire a lot of people. Kitchener stitch them together in the end. I can do that. I can do that, and the blue and white is stunning. Are you thinking of doing it in blue and white, or do you have another color combination? Oh, that is really nice. That is really nice. So, Patty, what are you working on these days? Are you knitting? Are you crocheting? Patty, did you see my crochet squares? Oh my gosh. I'm like, I have a crocheted square. I have a finished hat. I have an almost finished cowl. I have a sweater and a sock on the needles. Like, how does it get any better? I really don't know. Oh, Diane says hard to choose your colors. I know the blue and white is really nice though. I mean, I suppose, like, would you just like you could do a green and white, you could do red and white might be pretty too. I guess it's really I don't think you really can go wrong, can you? Oh, that is so exciting. So, what else? Um, who else is crocheting in here? I know there was Nikki and Susanna. Susanna, did you get another square done? Nikki's working on you're doing 2 squares a day. So how did that go for you today, Nikki? Diane, I'm so oh, so you pushed forward. Okay, I thought the last square may have stopped you. I was I know, my day 8 square was so wonky. I don't know what I did. And well, and honestly, the day 8 square, is well, obviously it's my fault. I mean, everybody else did the square and it turned out fine. I was doing it like probably after midnight, which might have been part of the problem. Might have been part of the problem. So I don't know. Will I go sometimes I think, "Oh, I'll go back and do it again at the end." Chances of that happening are probably a big fat 0, but I could probably do it again, and it would be a whole lot better, but that's okay. Yeah, I know, I don't know why that one was just tricky for me for some reason, and then, yeah, this one here was fun. I liked it, but I know I keep looking at this one, and I'm thinking the sides, it looks normal. It looks like everybody else's. The center looks good. My edges look good. Well, better. Now that I'm looking at it again, I'm like, what is no, I don't know. Oh, I think here, but maybe it's just because I don't have but see, right here is my beginning of my round again, and it looks a little wonky. So I don't know. It's better. It's better than my other ones because it may look a little wonky, but it is flat. All my other ones are like so bumpy there. So it is getting there. Slowly and surely, I will just keep improving with each one. But you're right. I don't know. I will admit I will admit that there was a point either doing one of these last squares when I was trying to do it, and then I realized I didn't have the right number of stitches yet again. The words, "I really hate crocheting," did go through my mind, but that's not really true because overall, I am having fun and I'm learning a lot, and it is very exciting. But there was yeah, just in the heat of the moment when I was like, "I gotta pull this stupid thing out again." I was like I was like, "What the heck have I got myself into?" This is like, I've got 1 month done. I need to repeat this 11 friggin' times more. But I'm over that now because now I ended up with a really pretty square, and now I'm like, "Yes, I can do this." So, anyways, it's all good. Louise, be your own teacher, not your own bully. You're right. I know. I know. I mean, I like really. I'm, like, super happy because, like, December 31st, could I have ever crocheted something like this? Absolutely not. I would have had absolutely no idea. So, I have a like, I'm a crocheter now, and, yeah, I'm not expecting any of them to be perfect, but I'm just happy I'm seeing them I'm seeing improvement, so that's all that, I'm looking for, really. And I know some squares like anything, right? Like knitting, some people like brioche, some people like entrelac, some people don't, and it's gonna be the same with some of the crocheted squares, right? So, and if I could figure out how to do a plain granny square, like if I knew that in my mind, I need to write it down. I need to find a pattern. That's why I actually pulled out this book yesterday, Crochet School. I feel like I need to read this. And I was just looking for a pattern written out for the basic granny square, like day one. Because even though I can do it, I can still only do it when I watch the video. And I just need to know, I need to write it out so I have it so I can just sit and crochet it. So if there is one day when there's a square that I'm struggling with and I just want to do a plain granny square, I need to just be able to do that, and right now, I can't without the video, and this book isn't helping me. It's got all kinds of wonderful things, but I don't see, like, just a granny square, so I'm gonna have to oh, wait, no. Everybody likes to be fancy, and I'm like, "I just want a granny square," so I'll have to Google it or do something, look for it online, but, yeah, there's all kinds of fun things. A triangle. A square ooh, 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 you guys. This one here, the square one, that looks like the log cabin one that I haven't got to yet, or something similar, right? I know. Now that I had a sneak peek at people's squares yesterday, because I haven't gone through and I haven't looked at any of the ones. Like, I only know the day that I've done. I don't know I don't know what today's is, or I don't know what day 10. I don't know what day 11 is, except I saw some of yous, and I've seen Carol's all done in person. And, anyways, oh my gosh, there's stars. Whoops. Okay, there's all kinds of fun things, but no basic granny square. Gonna put that book back on the shelf. I'll go to Google. I know, Suzanne, so maybe I just need to go back to that one, and I need to watch it again and just write down something that makes sense to me. But I'd actually like to have a pattern that I could follow. So anyways, I'll find something. But, yeah, crochet is gonna be fun, and I'm gonna have a crochet blanket of some sort at the end of all of this. Oh, Susie says, "Louise, I tried to write, um, out day 8, but need to make" oh, the square from written pattern to make sure I had heard it right. Okay. Nikki says you could save the link for day 10, and when you struggle with a different one, you can repeat this one in other that's right. That's right. And there was one, I keep thinking it was day 4, one of the cluster stitch ones that I really, really liked it, and that would be one that I would go back and redo again. Progress not perfect, Susie says. That's right. That's right. Diane, my squares are triangles for the first year. I know, I could see where that could be something that would just accidentally happen without, meaning to, right? Oh, hi, Pravina. Pravina, you're on your 28 squares and behind. You are not no, 28, you're only a couple days behind, that doesn't count as behind. That's good. Everyone gets frustrated, Sherry says, yeah. I did get a little frustrated, but that's okay. Yeah. I'm over it. Soon as it turned out, I was like I quickly changed my mind as soon as I got something that looked like it was looks like it looked like a square. Oh, what's that? No computers back then? Oh, yes, when you were learning and they were triangles. I know. What did we do, like, how like, 30 years ago before we had internet and Google searches and all the things, right? Susie says, "I remember that triangle." Okay, I have not well, see, I suppose maybe mine would have turned into triangles because, yeah, I always miss the last stitch most of the time. Oh, that's Lynn said we did the same old stuff our mothers did because that's who was teaching us, right? I know, now we have all these new fancy squares. Um, Frog City, Diane said, yeah, I know, that's part of it, right? Yep, ripping out is part of the game, right? All right, everybody. Well, this has been a fun Monday night. I've got blue yarn to wind up. I've got my Swift and maybe my ball winder. Now I'm thinking, darn, what did I do? I think I know where my ball winder is. I know where the Swift is. So I'm gonna go get this all set up. I'm gonna find something on Netflix. I thought I had a show that had multiple seasons and I was all set. I thought this will do me for a while. I can just binge watch. And then there was only one season and I finished it last night. So now I'm back at square one. So I've got to find something new on somewhere, something that I can watch. And I'm going to get that set up. I'm going to wind this yarn. I'm going to graft the cowl so it can be actually finished. And then I'm going to knit on my sweater. Wind yarn, graft, knit sweater. That's the rest of the evening's work for me. Your top loops crochet, just noticed. What is that, Diane? Is that to me? Are you talking to somebody else? Um, oh, you mean this one? Is this a top loop thing? This thingy? This, where is it? This? I think that's what Nikki called it yesterday. Susanna said, I made a crochet blanket when my daughter was about a year old. That's 50 years ago. That's all right. It's like riding a bike, right? Have a happy, productive week crafting. Same to you, Susie. Um, oh, Lynn says, you too. That's the only time I crocheted. Yes. Oh, looks not loops. What? That's front post. That's that wonky stitch. I mean um these thingies here, that's top post. Okay. Oh, did I see Jude says, "Oh, it might be 2 a.m., but I'm off to make a birthday cake." Oh my goodness, Jude. You're gonna have a short night, but I'm so glad that you joined in to chat with us. That's wonderful. How many hours will I work tonight, Louise? I know to get all this done. What time is it now? 3 hours? 3 hours, probably. Maybe if I can stay awake that long. That'll be my goal. Um Liz. Oh, good night, Liz. Patty. Louise, that is a front post. I know that sounds fancy and tricky, and I mastered it. And it was easy actually. I know, a front post. I'm liking that. Yes, I know when Nikki was talking about it yesterday, I'm like, what in the world is that? And then when I went to do the next pattern, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is the block Nikki was talking about. But I know, I did it. I did it. The top you're wearing looks like it's crocheted. Oh, this one here? No, I don't think um, no, and it's store-bought, so oh, speed be with you. Thanks, Lynn. I know, I'm gonna need it, right? Oh, yes, Patty, I'm so good. Tunisian is next. I know because I have some hooks that I need to practice that too. Maybe that'll be next year's project. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for voting for the blue yarn. I'm like so excited to get it cast on and see how it knits up and see how those two colors look together. My sock, my everything, my sweater. I wanna get some more done on my sweater. If I don't get much more done on my sweater, I maybe will start to panic, Liz. So, all right, everybody, let's head out for the night. Thanks for hanging out. It's been so much fun. Hope you guys all have a great start to your week. Jocelyn and I will be back Friday night to do the halfway point of the 2-week sweater knitting check-in. So that'll be Friday night, 7:30 Eastern time. If you want to join us, it should be fun. We'll see where I am on my sweater, and we'll see. There could be a story if I ripped it out and and restarted once or twice. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, everybody, have a fantastic week. Hopefully, we'll see most of you Friday night. And if not, we'll catch you all next Monday with another new start. Bye, everybody.